fresh game.
Thanks, pal. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind. Hope you're excited to pick up where we left off. I have a new journal update. I hear that the Balmora magistrate Nolus Atreus is on the take, but he has important friends who can protect him. The Legion champion Larius Vara over at Fort Moonmoth has sworn an oath to stop corruption, but it's not clear how he can deal with the situation. So Moonmoth sounds like a fun place to go. Oh, that's really pretty. Who are you? Hedvild. Is there a chance people can say different things about these? House Lalu must have a spy in Eldrune. They always seem to know what the Redoran Council is planning. Interesting. I'm a barbarian and proud of it. I like the wilderness and know how to live comfortably off the land. I know the various creatures of the wild, how to hunt them, what bits are good to eat and what bits the city folk will pay for. I know weapons and armor and how to stay healthy, so I can play soldier for pay. But I hate taking orders, so I rather live by hunting. That's fair enough. Oh, they're a Nord. We Nords of Skyrim are big, strong, stubborn, and hardy. We love to fight and are afraid of nothing.
What
So...
say you?
Oh. Did not expect you to sound like that. Raran Raedries. Raran Raedries. What do you want? The Lalu and Sylvani have been fighting over Odirinarin for years. Well, that's all you have to say for now, so thanks, friend. Okay, you're Selville Seraloth. Good day, stranger. Welcome to Balmora. Okay, same shtick. Okay, wait. He hasn't had much luck going through official channels. The syndicates have got their people covered coming and going. He'll never get anywhere working through the system. He's going to have to find someone who can get him around the system, or through the system, like straight and hard through the system. Our journal has been updated. Yeah, look, there we go. Odai. The river Odai flows through the center of Balmora to the coast near Laod. To Balmora Council Club. Oh, is this the place I'm supposed to look for? Drenus. Drenestratos. Let's talk to you first. Drill Master and Tough on the Kimono Tong. Oh, and Tough of the Kimono Tong. Okay, so you're a kimono dude. An assassin. It may come as a surprise to you, but some of us don't like Outlanders. Talk to them. You want my advice, Outlander? Stay clear of the kimono tong. We don't like Outlanders. So you think House Lalu is just an Imperial puppet? Shows what you know. Who really runs House Lalu? Not the House Council. Those posers do what Orvis Dren tells them. Orvis Dren is the Kimono Tong kingpin, and one day, when the time is right, Orvis Dren, the Kimono Tong, and the right-thinking Dunmer will rise up, murder you Outlanders in your beds, and restore Morrowind to its ancient glory. Oh, okay. That's... Don't know if I'd just go around saying that. Morrowind was a great nation when the Empire was a bunch of savages, running around in skins with clamshells, tykes, and Morrowind is still a great nation, and the Dunmer a great people. I am a drill master. I train and condition the local militia. I teach the citizens the basics of block, spear, and long blade, but mostly I concentrate on athletics and acrobatics, because conditioning is the biggest weakness of the citizen soldier. No point teaching them to fight if they pass out after a short jog in full kit. He's the brother of Duke Vidamdren, an important businessman, brave and loyal to his people, and our rightful homeland. Services. Ask around, like everyone else. That's what I just did, and you were of little help. I mind my own business. Why don't you mind yours, Outlander? I'm not here to give you directions, Outlander. Go ask your friends. You're not very nice, Dratus. What about you, Tedrin Brenner? Master at Arms and Tough of the Kimono Tong. Okay. Never mind, I thought you were gonna be a bit nicer, but you're probably also gonna be a mean assassin person. I'm a Master at Arms. I'm a master of all the basic hand weapon types. Long blades, short blades, axes, blunt weapons, and spears. I'm willing to train with weapons, for a fee. Let's go into this council club. Why not? I feel like you guys won't attack me in here. Right, Thainlin Valus? Hello, Revan! I'm Thainlin Valus, and this is Balmora. I don't believe we've met. Then how did you know my name? What's it to you? Kimono Tong. We're just a society of businessmen. We're Dunmer, and we're proud. We're tired of seeing Morrowind run by outsiders who understand nothing about Morrowind, and we're tired of trying to explain this over and over again to ignorant Outlanders. Okay. Citizens of the Empire. Sure, we're citizens. We don't have much choice, do we? No, you really don't. Okay, you guys really don't like us here, huh? Solvar Trandle. Welcome to Balmora. Okay, same thing. House Lalu is one of the 3 Dunmer great houses with holdings of Vardenfell. House Lalu has always been loyal to the Emperor and the Empire. Lalu welcomes Imperial Law and the legions, and freedom of trade and religion. We still respect the old Dunmer ways, the ancestors, the temple, and the noble houses, but times change and the Empire changes with the times. House Lalu hopes to live in peace and harmony with the other races, and share in the growth and prosperity of the Empire. Imperial Law? An adventurer should know the basics of Imperial law concerning life and property. Verbal assault, pickpocketing, and trespassing are minor crimes, punished by fines or hard labor. Theft and foul murders are felonies. Theft is punished by fines, proportional to the value of the property stolen, or by hard labor. Foul murder is punishable by fines of at least 1,000 drakes, or by hard labor. Fines and compensation are determined by magistrates and may be paid to guards in place of fines, and the criminal may serve extended sentences of hard labor. The work camps are hard places for hard men, and for each day served, expect to lose some hard-earned skill as a result of physical, mental, or emotional punishment. You guys are you're still telling me, like, leave me alone. You're an outlander. Rude.
Make it quick,
What about you?
Outlander.
I can already tell Vidusa Sathron is going to be a delight to talk to. You're just telling me the same things. Red Mountain. Red Mountain is the great volcano in the center of Vardenfell Island. To reach Red Mountain, follow Foyadamamea from the Old Dunmer Bridge near Fort Monmouth to Ghost Gate. Have I read that? Shigorad. Dagonfell is the only settlement reached by ship services. All other island transport must be provided by the traveler. I already read that. What about you, Marasa Aren? Are you perhaps related to Savos Aren, or is that racist? I am Marasa Aren, a pawnbroker. What's it to you? What about you, Benor Saran? And Tough of the Kimono Tong. Not very helpful. Thank you. Madral Thurith. So your name is Revan, and you're new in Balmora. Well, my name is Madral Thurith, and I don't mind answering questions. I have nothing else in my mind right now. If I start to bore you about Morrowind lore, just let me know. You're the perfect person to talk to then. Everyone else has been such a stiff here. How are you doing, Madral? A thief. What's it to you? Okay, well now I'm very scared to talk to you. Oh, I can literally ask her about Morrowind lore. That's so great. I'm a thief. I was born to be a thief. I love to sneak around in rich people's houses and liberate their possessions. I enjoy puzzling out the security provisions on doors and chests, thrilling to the challenge and suspense of picking locks and disarming traps. I sell you the tools of the trade, the lockpick and probe. I can train you to be a better thief yourself, but you must make a generous contribution to my retirement fund. No thanks. Read a book or something. You can read, can't you? But you just said you could talk to me about stuff. Now I don't like you. Drolosa Athrin. So your name is Revan. A Lugard? I'm an officer of the Imperial Law. Move along. I'm an Lalu guard and lawman of the Great House Lalu. What do you say about us, House Lalu? If you wish to join my house, speak with Noleno Draven at the Lalu Council Manor. Don't steal, don't brawl or start fights, don't kill except in self-defense. If you're caught, guards will let you choose your punishment, fines or hard labor. Want to join a great house? Study all 3 great houses and think carefully before you join, because once you've joined one house, no other house will ever consider you for membership. Interesting. Okay, here's the corner club. So here's where I'm supposed to go, but I'm not gonna go there yet. Drelsi Arethi. In case you didn't know, and armor are less effective when they get worn out. Repair them yourself if you have the skill, or take them to a smith for repair. That is helpful. I was starting to question if things had durability. Oh, I found Caius's house. You know, after I explore and before I go into the corner club, I'm gonna go in his house to see what happens. Balin Omoval. Hello, Revan! Lolo Spilal. It's almost daytime. Literally all I can ask you about is the island. Really? I got so excited to finally speak to a person. I don't even know how to pronounce that. What's up with that? Jolosa? Have I already talked to you? Literally just say what? I heard the Eastern Empire Company was fed up with House Lalu and were looking for another source of ebony. Ooh. About 50% of Vardenfell's inhabitants are Dunmer. The other half are Redguard, Breton, Nord, Altmer, Dunmer, Vosmer, Imperial, Khajiit, Argonian, and Orc in roughly equal proportion. How do you know that? Shorgum Gro Shagdolg, you're definitely an Orc. So your name is Revan. Oh, every murder of Raylan Lalu. Hey, Outlanders new in Vardenfell do best in Balmora. House Lalu is Imperial through and through, and you get a good mix of native and Imperial people and services. Not as friendly to Outlanders up north in House Redoran country, or down in Big Vivek City, and definitely not friendly out east with the Telvanni wizards. Shop the outfitters, then check out with the guilds for work. If you want to be adopted by a great house, you'll need a patron, and that's easier when you've got a reputation. Orc. They call us barbarians because we are brave in war and we laugh at hardship, but we have earned our citizenship by service in the legions, and we are as civilized as any race. We make the finest weapons and armor in the world, and our warriors are the bravest and toughest in Tamriel. I believe that. Tell me about this guy who died. Who? Wait. What? You were just like... What? Hold on. Everyone's still talking about the murder of Raven Lalu. Who? Did you do it? Did he do it? This looks important. Yeah, it's a temple. I've got good eyes. Oh, I found the Morag Tong Guild. Stargo. Vampires are not as much of a problem here as back in the west. Here, the Dark Elves burned them out centuries ago, and the temple makes sure they don't come back. Why is that a secret? You should just tell people that. House Lalu is an ambitious house, of traders and merchant princes. They are strong supporters of the Empire. Who? Alright, like I said, I want to go into his house and see what happens. Hi. What? Yes, I'm Caius Cosades. But what do you mean you were told to report to Caius Cosades? What are you talking about? Well, that's kind of anticlimactic. Corner Club. You look like a monk. So tilled. Hello, Revan! Bacola? Kloskius? He's the owner. He must be around here somewhere. Caius Cosades. That old sugar tooth? I'm not sure where he's living now, but ask Bacola Kloskius, the owner. He'll know. Okay. If you find yourself stumbling into trouble when you're tired, stop being so reckless. Keep an eye out. If you're entering unfamiliar territory and you think it might be hostile, slow down to a walk. Look around, catch your breath, and be ready for trouble. I'm a pawnbroker. I buy your goods, giving you cash on the counter. And if at a later date you wish to recover your goods, you need only pay me what they are worth, with a small profit, of course. For my time and trouble, I also sell things sometimes, used and worn, sometimes almost new, and all for a fraction of what they'd cost if purchased elsewhere. Who?
Sorry,
Arathor.
stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
Hello, friend. I'm Arathor. Welcome to Balmora. If you have a question, I'll be happy to answer it, or try anyway. And if it's just a little advice you like, it's fine too. If you want to know about a place on Vardenfell, talk to a scout, and the scout I'd talk to is alone. You can find her at Aril's trade house in Seyda. She's traveled all over the island. Here's a little secret. I've already talked to her. Chirinir. Chirinir does nothing important. The old gray hair gobbles sugar like scuttle. Chirinir is surprised he still walks, but it doesn't affect him. That is a mark of a long-time user. Skooma? Merchants know their own inventories far better than you do. Never attempt to trick them into buying something you stole from them. Always carry a jug of Sujamma with you. That burst of strength and the ability to penetrate armor and deal serious damage will give you the one-time punch to face an opponent you normally can't handle. House Endoril and House Dress are the two Morrowind great houses that have no holdings on Vardenfell. Interesting.
This scent is new.
I hate you. I'm only he stands there. This town is Balmora. Okay. Cisa has a little bit of a sweet tooth, if you know what I mean. I heard her connection hasn't arrived yet, though, and acting a bit jumpy. Okay, another sugar addict. The blight is a sickness you get from being outside during ash storms. The sickness comes from Red Mountain. It makes normal creatures into terrible monsters. I am a healer. I have sworn solemn oaths in the College of Restoration to heal the afflicted and cure the diseased. But I've also studied both the unarmored martial arts of the Khajiit and the light armored and blunt weapon styles of the Imperial West, both for self-defense and for disabling or killing dangerous opponents. I sell spells, and I am a spellmaker who creates spells to your specifications. I can also teach you in my skills, for a fee. I don't know what your business with him is, but be careful. Caius Cosades may appear to be a pathetic old man, but don't judge by appearances. Some people made that mistake a while ago, and now they're not with us anymore. Interesting. Caius Cosades. Interesting old fellow. Been in Balmora a long time, since before the district's reorganization. Been in some trouble, but he apparently knows some people. Goes off for a while, then comes back. He's a veteran, I think. Has friends over at Fort Moonmoth. Don't know where he gets his money, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't legal. You look like you might not faint wearing heavy armor. You might check out the Legion garrison at Fort Moonmoth. They like 'em big over there. Maybe they're looking for recruits. Good benefits, chance for advancement, get a piece of land at retirement, maybe even end up a knight. I heard the Ordinators burned out a camp of Revan cult worshippers out by the Ghost Fence in Foyota Ashudan. The temple seems to be going to a lot of trouble to exterminate a bunch of simple Ashlanders. They can't help being ignorant. They're just primitive savages, and nobody takes that return to Lord Nerevar stuff seriously. Crazy rag-robed prophets, not much threat there. Interesting. The Ashlanders worship their ancestors. Ashlander tribes are led by their Ashkan war chiefs and guided by the wisdom and prophecies of their wise women. I'm a warrior by trade. I know how to fight when necessary, but I much rather look so tough that critters give up or run away when they see me. Personally, I favor long blades of all kinds. They use long blades of many different styles and craftsmanships here in Morrowind, and I wear medium armor for a decent balance of protection and mobility, but I train with various weapon types and armor types, and like any good warrior, I'm my own armorer. Don't want to fight with worn weapons and worn armor. Oh my god, look at that creepy smile. Oh, you, Fainriel. Higher quality picks and probes are definitely worth their higher price, but keep cheaper ones around as well for the easier locks and traps. Also be sure to find a good source for buying these instruments. I am a savant. I am a man of wide learning and cosmopolitan tastes, a well-traveled man, educated, refined in manner, able to converse on various topics with authority, and a man ever ready to defend his honor and the honor of my companions. In short, you see, before you a gentleman, I can discourse upon history, speechcraft, language, and customs, and for a fee, I offer training that will permit you to share a few of my many virtues. What a straightforward question. Are you looking for me? You want to join the Thieves Guild? Sugarlips Habasi does nothing important. Join the Thieves Guild. I'll keep you in mind. Thank you for the offer. Bacola Kloskius. I can ask him about himself. Speaking, I'm the owner and proprietor of the South Wall. We've had peace and prosperity in Morrowind and the Empire for centuries. It's a government by law, and the legions enforce that law. The Empire is free trade and free religion, so we're rich in pockets and in spirit. Yes, there's corruption. Yes, there are crimes and criminals. Yes, the rich get richer and the poor poorer. But overall, things are pretty good. Dunmer membership in a great house is a matter of birth and marriage, but Imperial colonists may become retainers of a great house, or may be adopted into a great house. I can ask him about joining the Thieves Guild? Talk to Sugarlips. You can't be a successful thief if you always steal from the same merchant, or even stay in the same town. After you've picked them clean, explore somewhere else to give them a chance to restock. Somebody said Larius Var over at Fort Frostmouth is looking for you. Said he wanted to talk to you. Don't know what about. So this guy just heard me talking to people and asking about him, and he's like, this is the guy I want. Interesting. The Imperial Cult brings Imperial religion to the Empire's remote provinces. Imperial Cult priests provide worship and services for the 9 divines at Imperial shrines throughout Vardenfell. I am a publican. I have food to buy and beds for lodgers. I also know the neighborhood and can share the local lore, or if you prefer, I can give you a little Morrowind lore. I also am likely to have heard the latest rumors, and am happy to share them with you in the spirit of fellowship. Okay. So I didn't ask him about Caius yet. Oh, wait. There's another update. It says, a patron of the South Wall Corner Club called Caius Cosades an Old Sugartooth. It says to ask the owner about him. There's a rumor that the Legion champion Larius Varro over at Fort Moonmoth wants to talk to me about an unspecified subject. Interesting. Literally been here 2 days, and he's like, this guy, he's asking about me. Alright, Caius. Old Caius rents a little bed and basket. Just up the hill on the north edge of town. Go out the front door, not the upper door to the terrace. Then right up the stairs, and left at the top of the stairs, and down to the end of the street. Well, before I read the journal, I'm going to go out this door. Can I not leave here? Oh, I can totally leave from there. I'll take it. Bacola says Caius rents a little bed and basket up the hill route from the south wall. Go right upstairs from the front door and okay. That's just directions. I already know where it is. Hey again. Oh, right, you're Revan. But who told you to report to Caius Cosades? Okay. Hey, do you know about this island? About doing quests for factions? If you try to complete every task you're given, sooner or later you'll run into trouble. Don't assume that just because someone gives you a job, you ought to be able to complete it. When you get a job that's over your head, be patient. Go to something else for a while, and come back when you're tougher, better skilled, and better equipped. Yeah, tell me about yourself. I'm just an old man with a skoomer problem. Okay, so he openly admits he's addicted. But let's report to him. So, you say your name's Revan, and you've been told to report to me and deliver a package. Perhaps you'll let me look at it. No. Then we have nothing to talk about, until you're ready to give me the package. Goodbye. I reported to Caius, but I haven't given him the package or documents yet. Yeah, here. So you ready to give me the package? Yeah. Yes, very interesting. So it says here, the Emperor wants me to make you a novice in the blades, and that means you'll be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders, Revan? Package for Caius Cosades has been removed from your inventory. Yes. Good. Welcome to the service, Novice Revan. Now you belong to the Blades. We're the Emperor's eyes and ears in the provinces. You can use my bed if you need to rest, but leave my personal stuff alone, unless I say otherwise. If you like, you can improve your modest skills with our Blades trainers now, or if you're in a hurry, I can give you orders right away. But don't forget to visit the Blades trainers. These Blades agents offer training, not free of course, but cheap for a fellow agent. Look for Rithleen, Tyre Malin, and Nine Toes here in Balmora. In Caldera, see Serain Leorain. In Eldrune, see Gildan. Siorvar Horsemouth lives in a hut west of Eldrune, and Alone the Scout can be found at a Rills trade house in Saint Anine. Oh, I've met Alone. I'm the Imperial Spymaster for Morrowind, and since I'm the ranking Blades agent in Morrowind, you report to me. You follow orders, and we'll get along fine. Kimono Tong is Morrowind's native criminal syndicate. They're tough and ruthless, and have connections in the higher ranks of House Lalu. The Kimono Tong compete directly with the Thieves Guild for control of the illegal trade, and Kimono Tong will not tolerate competition. Compared with the Kimono Tong, the Thieves Guild is relatively decent and honorable, certainly less brutal. They don't accept Outlanders as members. Forget about it. Alone the Scout can usually be found at a Rills trade house in Saint Anine. You know where that is. You arrived in Saint Anine by boat. Nightblade Gildan lives in Eldrune, the Redoran district, seat north of here. Beyond Caldera, Gildan is in the southeast corner of town, in a house to the right of the steps up to the temple. The Imperial Cult worships the Nine Divines, the Aedra, Aktosh, Debella, Arche, Zenithar, Mara, Stendar, Kinnereth, and Julianos, and Tiber Septim, founder and patron of the Empire. In Morrowind, it's partly maintained the faith of her outlanders like us, and partly a missionary cult, bringing enlightenment to the heathen empire. Heathen Dunmer. You can see Summitus Avunis at Fort Moonmoth join, but you have to go to Ebonheart if you want to become a lay servant. The Imperial Legion has several forts in Bardenfell. The lower ranks handle law enforcement, escorts, rescues, dangerous predators, diseased and bladed beasts, and so forth. Only one fort accepts recruits, Fort Darius in Nissus. Nissus is a frontier outpost, isolated, a little rough, but good experience if you're interested. See General Darius in Nissus. Lay servants serve the Imperial Cult by doing various tasks. Not a lot of excitement, but safe, honorable, and rewarding. First you have to join the Imperial Cult, then go to the Imperial Chapels in Ebonheart to get work. See Sinolian Tunifus to become a lay healer. See Tulis Trupter to become an alumner, a fundraiser. See Kay to become a shrine sergeant. They do the more dangerous jobs. That sounds pretty fun. How do you judge a job's difficulty? Consider 3 things: location, opposition, and payoff. Long walks into the wilderness are usually tougher than local or town tasks. Tough opponents make tough jobs. Deja, vampires, rogue Telvanni. You'll learn which ones to look out for. And finally, if the reward offered is large, the dangers will be large too. To get to Hunter Nine Toes, leave my door facing south, go right down the steps, then turn left and head south looking for his door on your left. Warrior Rithleen lives 2 houses south, upstairs. We have our own Blades trainers, of course, and there's many public services available in Balmora. Members get better services from guild services. The Balmora Fighters Guild and Balmora Mages Guild are across the river. You'll find contacts from Balmora Thieves Guild in the south wall up the street, and there's an Imperial Cult shrine at nearby Moonmoth Legion Fort. Master-at-Arms Siorvar Horsemouth lives in a Guar herder's hut in the middle of nowhere west of Caldera. I've only been there once and couldn't give you directions. Go look for him if you feel like a little hike. Mage Serain Leorain is in Caldera, the next town north. Her half-timber and stone house north sits between twin towers of the North Gate and the Governor's Hall. The Tribunal Temple is the native religion. They worship 3 god kings, Almalexia, Sothasil, and Vivek, who are known together as the Tribunal. We usually just call it the Temple. They're narrow-minded and superstitious, but I find a lot to admire, particularly their concern for the poor. They accept Outlanders as members, but few Outlanders join for their service, except for their services. Talk to Feldero Sadri at the Balmora Temple if you're thinking about joining. Healer Tyler Malin lives 2 houses south downstairs. Report to Caius. So, Revan, are you looking for orders, or did you have a question about the Blades trainers? Orders. First thing, Pilgrim, you're new, and you look it. Here's 200 drakes. Go get yourself a decent weapon or armor, or a spell. And second thing, you need a cover identity. Around here, freelance adventurer is a common profession. Sign on with the Fighters Guild or Mages Guild or Imperial Cult or Imperial Legion. Advance in the ranks, gain skill and experience. Or go out on your own. Look for freelance work or trouble. Then, when you're ready, come back and I'll have orders for you. We're spies. We're the Emperor's hidden eyes and ears in the provinces. We watch the Emperor's enemies, we look for opportunities, we make reports. And when the Emperor commands, we obey. But we're only one of many guilds and factions in Morrowind. You should know a little about Morrowind politics before you get involved with any of the other groups. It's a guild for the arcane arts, and it's where you go to find wizards for hire. Training goods and services are cheaper for members, and the guild stewards know where to find work. If you want to be a wizard, join and work your way up the ranks. The Mages Guild here is a better bet than the Fighters Guild. Rhaenys Athreys is the guild steward, so talk to her if you want to join up. She's got a chip on her shoulder, but her apprentice Ajira seems okay for a Khajiit. The Morag Tong is a guild of executioners and assassins, completely legal and guided by a strict code of conduct. It's an ancient Dunmer society steeped in tradition, but I know and respect a few Westerners who belong to the Morag Tong. They are nothing like the Dark Brotherhood. I have no idea how to join them. The Fighters Guild is a professional organization chartered by the Emperor to regulate the hiring and training of mercenaries. Training goods and services are cheaper for members, and the guild stewards know where to find work. You'll have to start your service with Adis Fireeye, the Balmora guild steward. She's new, and I don't know her well. Perseus Mercius, the Aldrune guild steward, I know and trust, but he only handles higher-ranking assignments. Moonmoth Fort is the Imperial Agent Gareth in southeast of Balmora, just outside of town. Rad Hardheart is the knight in charge between the Imperial Legions and Imperial Cult staff. They have about a dozen service providers out there. You can always just wander around here and ask for work. Hunt monsters and sell their hides, collect ingredients for alchemists, prey on bandits and smugglers, search ruins for loot. All you need are better skills and conditioning, and knowledge of Morrowind, and spend what you earn on equipment and training. Then come back a little less wet behind the ears, and I won't have to worry so much about you when I send you out on a mission. Groups favoring Imperial interests are the Blades, the Imperial Cult, the Imperial Legion, the Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, and the Thieves Guild. Groups favoring native Dunmer interests are House Redoran, House Lalu, House Sylvani, the Temple, the Morag Tong, the Kimono Tong, and the Ashlanders. House Lalu is one of the 3 great Dunmer houses on Vardenfell. They're loyal supporters of the Empire, open-minded in religious and cultural matters, and greedy and ambitious in the best Imperial tradition. It's difficult to rise in their ranks as an Outlander, but the great houses hold the power in Morrowind. Talk to Lalu counselors if you want to become a Lalu retainer. House Redoran is one of the 3 Dunmer great houses on Vardenfell, a very serious and honorable bunch. It's difficult for an Outlander to join and rise in their ranks, but their great houses are where the power lies in Morrowind. Talk to Redoran counselors if you want to become a Redoran retainer. House Sylvani is one of the 3 Dunmer great houses on Vardenfell. Their nobles are 1,000-year-old wizards. Telvanni are supposed to hate politics, foreigners, and just about everything else, but the Vardenfell Telvanni are apparently more ambitious and adventurous than most. I don't know much about them, but they do hire Western mercenaries, guys to higher ranks. Talk to Telvanni counselors if you want to become a Telvanni retainer. Is there anything to take? Spoon under his bed, an empty bottle, a good skooma pipe, and some moon sugar? I'm gonna end that one here, though. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode of The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, and stay tuned for joining a guild next time. Anyway, yeah. Bye.